Hey everybody, welcome to Haylett RV. My name is Josh the RV Nerd, and this is only 4,835 pounds dry weight. It's crazy stupid light. This is a 242 RBS Freedom Express, and I'd love you guys to watch this and let me know what you think. Like, this to me almost feels like a floor plan it's a classic floor plan like Rockwood used to make. It was called the 2502 KS. You don't care about the alphabet soup. Just different brands used to build this. It was very popular. And then more people wanted bigger super slides, and that changed the way floor plans were laid out, and it actually started making it difficult to give us door side windows, which this one does a pretty good job of, especially over the dinette straight across from the sofa. In a way, this concept kind of still lives on today in the 246 RKS Freedom Express, but take a look at this and let me know. This almost feels like something, if a manufacturer took a new modern kind of half twist and updated this floor plan, doesn't this feel like something that really should exist in the new RV market today? And it's kind of funny how different things change over time, but like I said, if you start making a list of things a lot of people look for today, things like lightweight, things like open and airy, things like opposing cross breeze windows over here, some of which at least are located over here on the door side of the RV. This is like the little lightweight that could, 4,800 whatever pounds. And I tell you, I will say the inside, the outside, it's like a tale of two cities. The outside's been well maintained, but it's been stored outdoors. When you get in here, what you see is that they didn't just like clean it when they were done with it. They cleaned it with regularity. Like, you know how when you have regular house cleaning where you're like, like once a week we got to sweep the floors or whatever, you know? That's kind of how this one feels to me over here. Now, keeping it a little bit lighter weight, and this is really kind of a classic feature, is that open air bedroom. You know, it is a couple's camper. You can have some guests over, but this is more of a camper than a glamper in that regard, if that makes any sense. But at least you do have that privacy curtain right there. And what kind of makes this one work is that classic, it's called a sofa galley slide, which is sort of old school RV / nautical terminology. Galley meaning kitchen, you know. For some reason, everything changes. The name of everything changes when you get on a ship. Instead of a cannon, it becomes a gun, for instance, you know. Now, sealed edge press membrane countertops. You hear about that all over the place in the RV industry today. But it all kind of started with Coachmen. Coachmen owned the company that produced those. And basically, you know, that's why they had them and pretty much nobody else did. We are carpetless, we're ventless flooring. Once again, check boxes that, you know, people really like to have. I like that door side window coverage over there. The dual entry doors is a little interesting to me. I don't know that this floor plan needs that extra door. It doesn't matter because it's not like they're building it anymore anyway. I'm not looking for feedback. If I don't like it, I guess I just flip the deadbolt. But it does kind of leave the option open of like, well, how would you want to set this one up? Ooh, you know what? I'd be interested to know, what did you think about a floor plan like this if it were converted over into a modern Murphy bed system just to really maximize the living space? Now, one thing this does shockingly well is actually all of the storage capacity in here. And where it really, like, you go, whoa, is that big pantry space and that big giant closet, pantry, whatever combo right next to the door there. And I love that little bonus airflow window above that. Then over here through the slide, you see there's storage all the way above it. This is classic, traditional ultralight camping right here. Now, a lot of things have gone to bigger, deeper slides, which has added a lot of weight in the modern years. But if you notice, there's things like the Cougar 22 MLS, which puts, I keep calling it that half twist, by the way, the little power outlet up there in the corner I wanted to show you for appliances. And but the 22 MLS kind of does a little bit of a kitchen sofa slide in a more modern way. And I think there's room for more of that in the industry. By the way, this is a nice little spot where you could, you know, a little silicone thing, easy to clean. You can put your spoons when you're done stirring your mac and cheese or whatever here. But when I first saw it, I was like, is that like a funky shoe pad? Or is that like one of those things you use to kind of slip your feet into a shoe, like a shoehorn? And then I realized what it was, and then I felt like an idiot. And as my therapist would say, I have a problem with oversharing. But hey, what are you going to do? If only I actually had a therapist, I might be a little more well-adjusted. But then my tours would probably be a lot more boring. Now remember, this is a 6.5-foot interior height. This is made before Freedom Express went taller, 6'9". And the toilet space over here is not as cramped as you might think. I'm not gonna say it's the most spacious, but actually, hold on here. You can have a peek at me in my finest moments right here on the toilet. But if I pan you down a little bit, you can see, you know, there's enough room beside me here. I will tell you, I feel like it is a little bit cramped over here in this vicinity. And I get that this is like Top Gun Danger Zone. You're going through like a vortex footage, but I'm a one-man band. I don't have a separate cameraman. I'm doing the best I can. Now, there is also a really big cabinet over here beside us, which is awesome. Now, it actually does pass through out into that living space cabinet that we saw. It's a shared cabinet. It's kind of dual purpose. I will also tell you, I kind of stumbled into the fact unintentionally that when you're sitting here, I organically kind of needed my elbow to be in that space a little bit. So it's definitely not the most spacious little bathroom corner, but I'm also not like setting up shop here with the intention of spending a whole lot more time than I necessarily need to, so. And one of the areas where that shallow kitchen sofa lightweight slide really lends itself nicely to this trailer is for road mode access, because it doesn't matter which door you choose. You can walk right into either door. You can very easily navigate the RV. Frankly, this could be a good no-slide floor plan because there's nothing you can't get to in here with the slides closed. And like I said, you can go in this way, you can go out that way. It works, you know, either way you want it to. I can certainly tell this is stored outdoors, although as we saw, the inside was just impeccably well kept. And it looks like the folks aren't even upgrading. It looks like they're just done, which makes me think we must have purchased this outright versus set up a trade-in, because I mean, everything is in there. And that blue cylinder you're looking at, I want to talk about that. That is an inline water filter. I am a huge fan of those. I think that is such a better idea as compared to an integrated water filter inside the RV, because it filters out the junk and dirty water and particulate before it gets into your RV's water systems, not after. Now, if your RV has an integrated water filter, you can still slap on an inline filtration system and get kind of a double layer of protection, which sounds better than 0 or 1 layers of protection, you know, logically here. Now, their hitching, previous owner's hitching is included here. I mean, holy cow, we got leveling blocks and wheel chocks and fuel tanks for the little Coleman camp grill that we're going to see, slide-out lubricants. Oh my lord, there's everything you need in here. It's power tongue jack, power corner jacks, power awning, and under that awning, we see that we have the that slide open Coleman camp grill I was just telling you about. This thing's kind of cool. I like the griddle system that Freedom Express has gone to in the more recent years. I always like these though, because you could hide them in weird spots like that. Just actually slides under the dinette. Now the tires are something I didn't look at previously. Visually, I don't see anything that really scares me on them. The tread's not looking bad or anything like that. Where's the DOT age code on these? Hold on just a titch. Wait a minute. We got different tires. That is not the same tire. That's a newer tire. Do they have a blowout? Is there damage up here? We're doing it live, folks. I don't see anything. They must have just had a flat. Huh. Okay, well. Oh, interesting. A little balancing weight on there. So they must have gone to like a tire shop and had the wheels balanced, which is cool. Actually, I like that. I like that a lot. Now this does have a walkable roof. It just doesn't have a ladder. Folks added a little bracket on mount to the rear bumper, which is going to be good for like a spare tire, which is actually under the tongue of this trailer. But an extra spare tire is not a bad idea. Frankly, double spares is not a bad idea. A small bike rack or something like that, that's what that's going to be good for. And you can see up top where they added that max air vent cover to the bathroom vent. And something I think is very interesting, like we got our sewer area over here, but we've got the outside shower actually mounted right on the face of the slide. That is a really, really classic way of doing things. And as we're walking over here, I just noticed something I didn't notice before. First of all, this front tire matches the other front tire, so they must have replaced 2 tires at some point. but I noticed that there is a little crack in that skirting right there, likely as a result of wind buffeting. I haven't mentioned it. I guess I should get this out of the way. I'm sure you probably noticed. I mentioned that it was stored outside. Some of the decals are definitely showing a little bit of that weathering, but overall the trailer doesn't look terrible to me. Like, I can tell you that this side of the RV definitely faced the sun more, because those decals look like they have progressed a little bit further. And if I just stood back here, maybe you wouldn't notice that stuff. That's not how I am. I want you to really get to know, before you drive 4 hours to come see this thing, what you're walking into. So like I thought, I don't know, I feel like it's a floor plan that could use some updating, and I still feel like it has some viability in today's market. But in the meantime, we got this one sitting right here. Got the hitching, whole bunch of accessories included. It is crazy lightweight. If you got those, not even just a full half ton, but like a tow package mid-size pickup, a bigger SUV, I could see this one working really well. But frankly, the lightweight nature of this thing, the wide stance axles, this would be just easy breezy, beautiful CoverGirl towing kind of situation for something half ton. I don't know what the CoverGirl thing had to do with it, but the easy breezy, beautiful felt kind of right. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and don't try to read into that, everyone. Sometimes the stuff just goes through my head, and then it really just fails to land. Kind of like me wrapping up this video.